Hello, good evening. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Good evening. This is just a test, okay? Hello, pair. Good evening to you. How are you today? Can I put this on my back? How are you, pair? Wow, you're fine. So what are you doing? I'm just testing this having live streaming through YouTube, not through StreamYard. How is it fair? Is my face Hello Abram TV. Mega shout out to you. Is my face clear, pair? Or it's not clear? This is just actually a test. Oh, okay. That's good. Abrin TV, mega shout out to you. Okay, hang on. Are you? I think you are my friend. I think magkadikit na tayo. Let me check it out. Where is it? Hang on. Thank you, Pear, for letting me know. I'm just having a test here. Okay, hang on. I've tried. It's so hot. It rained actually. Okay, hang on. Abrin TV. Let me see if magkadikit na ba tayo. Thank you for the 2 likes. Thank you very much for the 2 likes. Good evening to the 5 million people in the house. I'm just testing if it works because this is my first time to have live YouTube using YouTube Studio. I have to take this out. Good evening, Kim Tong. What have you done today? And Pear, what have you done today? Did you do anything worthwhile? I hope you did. Oh, what is this? Yahoo! My sister is here. Mega shout out to my sister from the US of A. Dad. You know what? Today we went to church. Are you there, Pear and Kim Tung?
Hi, Pierre and Kim Tong.
Oh, you're there. Yeah, I would like to share to you our experience today. We went to church and we had a great time in church. One of the teacher from Ames Moklet before came to visit us, and then we were really blessed with their message. Well, where? Oh, yeah, there you go. I'm just testing. Let me see. Abrin TV, are you still there? If you are, I think I could give you a jacket so you can drop your link. Your link. Woohoo. Okay, if you're there, I think I need to share with you a story. Hmm. Yes, Kim Tung. I am so blessed. I have 1,170 subscribers because I've got friends who are helping me out. And good thing to know that friends, my friends, the team where I belong, they're really helping me out. Yeah. Well, actually, my watch hour, I already have 3,300 watch hour. Soon, yeah, I'm going to apply for monetization once I get to have 4,000 watch hours. So Kim Tong, I think you have to start making your own YouTube channel. But in order for your YouTube channel to be legit, they say, you have to upload your photo. You make sure that your channel has a video. And then what else? Yeah, you need to have subscribers too. If you need help, I can subscribe to your channel. But first, you have to make sure that you need to have a photo. So I advise you, Kim Tung, if you're really wanting to have a YouTube channel, yeah, if you enjoy vlogging, it's not about having monetization. Well, I actually did this. I decided to have YouTube channel because I wanted to store videos because um once our camera is full, then we cannot take videos or photos anymore. So I decided to have a YouTube. And I'm telling you, since 2010, I had different uh YouTube account. I have different YouTube channels. I think this is my fifth or sixth or seventh. Well, because I didn't know really. My purpose is just to store videos in my channel in YouTube. That's all. So 2010 when I had my last when I gave birth to my last baby. Oh, I'm telling you. Oh, that was 2008, right? That was 2008. Then yeah, before Dixie turned 1 year old, I had videos. I had videos stored in YouTube. And there was a time that I took a video of my oldest daughter singing in the church too. And until now, if you go to YouTube and search, "Are you ready now to face Jesus?" DJ sings, you could see her videos having, I think, a lot of likes already and views. Yeah, and after that one, when I came to Karat, then I had several YouTube accounts too because I've been saving videos. Oh, thank you. Hello, make a shout out to you, X 1BX girl. Hi. Thank you for dropping by. Well, actually, this is just a test because this is my first time to have a live streaming using YouTube Studio. Thank you. I think I can hang on there. 1BX girl, I can give you your moderator jacket so that you can drop your link. Okay, hang on. Yeah, so that's just like what I'm telling. Since 2008, I have different videos or YouTube channel. I've made several YouTube channel. But this time, oh, hang on. But this time, and in fact, this channel that I had, I made this 2019 or yeah, 2019. But I started working on it last July. July that, right? Whoa. Sorry, I cannot find. I'm sorry, hang on first. 1BX girl. I wanted to give you a moderator jacket, but I cannot. I mean, I don't know how. I'm trying to look for it first. Hang on. What's next? Wow. Oh, you cannot do fishing yet. Yes, you can. No, you can just drop your link so I can dick it to you. Okay? Para maging friends tayo. And by then, we can be connected. Okay, I see you now. Okay, I'm giving you a moderator jacket. Why not? Why not 1BX girl? Why don't you? Oh, okay, you have some errands to attend to. No, just drop your link. Just drop your link so I can help you. I mean, I can go and visit your YouTube channel. Okay, so that's it. For those who are watching, thank you so much. Mega shout out to all of you. I'm just what I'm saying, this is just a test because this is my first time to use YouTube Studio for my live streaming. I usually use the StreamYard. Um yeah, the account that I had now, I created this 2009. If you can see, I had one video and I created that account because I had to store one video. Then when we had the lockdown last time, I was thinking of working on my YouTube channel. But yes, I tried to make videos, but it was just last July. Sadly, after our online classes were done and we have to go back to school, that was the time I was really considering and saying, okay, I have to be serious and I have to work it out, making sure that I'll get monetized. So I started working since July and August. So it's just a month. Okay, a month. And now I am happy that I already have 1,000 more than I reach the required number of subscribers, and that is 1,000. I had more, and I praise God for that. Okay, yeah, you dropped your link already, 1BX girl. Let me go and visit your. Oh, there you go. Yeah, magkadikit na tayo, but it's okay because I still have two here. They're not my ninja account. They're the account of my husband and my daughter, and I can help you. Okay?
Oh,
Subscribe. So, Salama, thank you so much, 1BX girl, for the compliment. Yeah, so I'm trying to relate to because I have students here who are watching, and I'm telling them, I'm encouraging them if they are into vlogging and if they want to make videos, I'm willing to help them. And I'm trying to relate to them how I started my YouTube journey. You're welcome, 1BX girl. You are welcome. And thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you so much for the 4 million people watching and also for the four thumbs. Okay. So, yes. So, Kim Tung and whoever is watching there. And also my sister, mega shout out to you, Anna Kosteski. She's from the US. I think she's very busy and she doesn't have time to make YouTube channel. But I encourage her to do the same. Yeah, if I could see that your if I could see that if you look at the live chat, those who have that um the face, the picture, and their channel is only 1BX girl. Okay, 1BX girl, and I think there is one more, Abreen TV. He came earlier. But the rest, Chodika, Pear, my sister, Kim Tung, you don't have your photo. So, just a word of encouragement. If you are interested to make your YouTube channel, you can actually do it. Start little by little. Okay. Wow. There are six people watching in the house. I don't know who you are. Okay. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the two others watching, but thank you so much for dropping by. This is just a test. I'm not doing any paangat or fishing here. But if you come and you have YouTube channel, I'm willing to subscribe to your channel. Thank you for dropping by. Woohoo! I wish I had a musical evening, but my husband is busy. And I cannot play the guitar. He can. Okay. To those who are watching, do you have any question? I have a question for you, 1BX girl. Do you do live streaming too? Do you do live streaming? Are you still there? Mhm. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, there are 5 million people in the house watching. And I think I will be sharing with you a story. Hang on, where is my favorite book? I have a favorite book here that I love to read. And this story, there is a story that really inspires me a lot. And I would like to share it with you. Do you remember that book that Dad? Okay, give me a few seconds, okay? Let me get that book first. Do you remember that book, How to Teach Your Children Love Jesus? I'd like to get a story from there and share it with them. Where is that?
I am send whether money or send other
What? Oh, so it's done already?
the one the other one.
It's fixed already?
The big one.
Oh, that's good if it's fixed.
The ramps are here, so it cannot be fixed.
Oh, it cannot be fixed.
The one that I got here are the two.
So was it fixed?
The one that is he just changed the.
I could not find it. Where is it? Do you remember that book, Dad? How to? Ah, here you are. Okay. So Kim Tung, are you there? Pear, are you still there? Hang on. Oh, you're there. So do you want me to tell you a story? There is a story that I really want to share with children. Where is that? Hang on. I could not find the story because this was a story that I had read many, many years ago. But I'm telling you that the story is so great. Hang on. I could not see it. What happened? Oh, this is the one. Okay, here it is. It's a long story, not really that long though. Okay, so this is how the story started. 5-year-old Heinz was worried. Why do you think was he worried? Well, he'd heard mom and dad talking about moving. Something about dad having a new job at the union office, whatever that was. As he wondered where they would live and if he'd get to take his boys with him, he wished that they could have a house with a yard. Do you know what a yard is? You know what a yard is? Well, I hope you know. Yeah, but it's a space outside your house, okay, where children could play, or you can have your garden and spend your time there in your free time. Okay, he didn't like the tall apartment building. Who didn't like it? It was Heinz. They live in now. So it had no place to play outside. Of course, to children would love to, I should say, have a house with a yard because they wanted to play, right? It's not a good thing if children will just be getting inside the gate, getting in the house, and just locked in the four corners of the house. It would be better if children will have a place to run around the house. So it had no place to play outside. In fact, he couldn't even go outside unless mom or his older brother went too. Wouldn't it be nice to have a house with a yard? Well, Heinz sighed. No one he knew had a house with a yard. All his friends lived in tall apartment buildings. But he knew that some houses did have yards. He'd seen some one day while riding on the bus. Maybe he'd ask mom if they could move to a house with a yard. So he went to ask his mom. And then this is what his mom's reply. Oh my, no, his mother declared empathetically. Those are only for rich people with special connections to someone in the government. Well, I think this story happened because this is a story in a real life experience. It happened somewhere in a place where people or where families, yeah, people residents in that place are just living in apartments. There are so many countries um who are having, I mean, yeah, only less countries wherein they could have houses with yards is because their ground, their place is big. But for this boy, the location of this boy, the story happened in a country where they don't really where most families are staying in apartments, and those who are having houses with yards are only those people who have connections with the government. So we could never live in a house with a yard. No, we should be happy we have such a lovely apartment. But Heinz's father could not find even a small apartment for his family in the city where the union office was located. Housing was hard to find in Germany. Oh, it's here. It happened in Germany during the years following World War II. So reluctantly, he began the new job alone. The father began the job alone in that city, staying in a home of a fellow worker in the union office. Because of weekend speaking responsibilities, he got home only once every 2 or 3 weeks. So sad. Every free evening, he searched for an apartment for his family. Weeks went by, no apartment appeared on the market. Wow. So sad to hear that. Imagine you are a father, you wanted your family to be with you while working in a certain city, but then since there are no apartment available, then you can bring your family with you. So sad, right? Meanwhile, back home, Heinz grew more and more upset at not seeing his father. So every day he asked, "Why can't we go where daddy is?" The answer was always the same: "We don't have any place to live in the city." Why can't Jesus find us a place? And so Heinz began to pray about a place to live in the city. Only he had definite ideas about the kind of home he wanted. The first time he prayed about the matter during the family worship, he said, this was his prayer. "Dear Jesus, please help us find a house with a yard. Thank you. Amen." Every night he prayed the same prayer. Wow, what a faith of a young boy, asking Jesus to provide a house with a yard for his family. And remember that this story happened in Germany, wherein people cannot are just staying in apartments. And those people who are living in houses with yards are those only with strong ties with the government, right? So, however, do you think his prayer will be answered? Do you think? Okay. "I told you we can't have a house with a yard," his mother remonstrated. "It would cost too much money. That's only for rich people." But Heinz continued praying for a house with a yard anyway. He was sure Jesus could answer his prayer. Besides, he really wanted a home with a yard. Several weeks later, Heinz changed his prayer. What do you think will his prayer be? Kim Tung, are you there? What do you think will his prayer be? Any prediction? Oh, we just started about making predictions, right? So every night he was praying, "Dear Jesus, please help us find a house with a yard." And then the mother said, "Well, I told you we cannot live in a house with a yard because that's only for rich people." And then later on, the boy changed his prayer. What do you think was his new prayer? Hmm. Several weeks later, Heinz changed his prayer. "Dear Jesus," he prayed, "please help us find a house with a yard with some trees." Oh my. His mother sighed. You could just imagine the face of the mother. The mother even said, "We can't have that place because house, because that's only for rich people." Now, the boy prayed a different prayer. And it's not just a house with a yard, but also with trees. Oh my. Do you think his prayer will be answered? Kim Tung, do you think his prayer will be answered? Where was I? Okay. His mother sighed. How was Jesus going to answer her son's impossible prayer? And what would happen to her little boy's faith when God didn't respond in the way he asked? Right? Of course, what made the boy pray like that is his faith that God is going to answer his prayer. But it's really impossible because in the country where they were in Germany, that was only for rich people. Most families are living in apartments. Mother felt sad. She felt she had to say something to protect her boy's faith. Heinz, Jesus doesn't always answer prayers the way we want. Sometimes he says no because what we want wouldn't be best for us. Jesus knows best. Hmm. The mother did that or told that to him. It's because the mother wanted to protect him. Do you get me? The mother wanted to protect him because what will happen to her son's faith if his prayers won't be answered? And remember that this boy had been praying to God about it. So let's find out if this boy's faith or prayer will be answered. But mom, why wouldn't Jesus want us to have a house with a yard with trees? I think it would be wonderful. Jesus knows we don't have enough money to pay for a house like that, mother said. He wants us to be happy with what we have. But I think Jesus could figure out how to pay for a house with a yard, Heinz said firmly. I'm going to keep praying. I know Jesus wants me to have a house with a yard. Wow. Wow. The boy was so persistent. Mother, I should say, yeah, the mother had faith, but it's because that she just knew that in the place where they were, it's very impossible for them to have a house with a yard because that's only for rich people who have great connections with the government. But the boy persisted. I think Jesus could figure out how to pay for a house with a yard. So the boy kept praying. Just remember that Jesus might not do what you want. That was what mom said. Weeks went by and still no apartment. Remember, the boy was praying persistently to live or to have a house with a yard with trees, which is so impossible in that time before in Germany. That was during World War II. Bye, Kim Tung. Good night. Weeks went by and still no apartment. The family was becoming discouraged, but Heinz kept on praying every night at worship time. One night, he confidently added an additional request. Dear Jesus, please help us find a house with a yard with trees and a sandbox. The next weekend, Heinz's father arrived home. He had heard his little boy's prayers and was also concerned about the trauma to the child's budding faith. But he decided Jesus was going to have to take care of the matter in his own way. Saturday night, the phone rang. On the other end of the line, a mysterious male voice asked, Do you have an apartment for rent or sale? I am looking for something in this city. And Heinz's father went on to describe their apartment. May I come to see it tomorrow? It sounds like just what I am looking for. After inspecting the apartment, the man offered to make an even exchange. The apartment for his place in the city where the union office was located. The family was elated. Elated means happy. Finally, they might get to move. So the father made arrangements to see the plays one evening the next week. As they drove through the city to see the man's residence, the minister became a little concerned. They were in a rather exclusive part of town when the man stopped in front of a house and opened the door of the car. Sir, I'm afraid there has been some misunderstanding, Heinz's father said. I am a minister on a very small salary. I could not afford to live in this section of town. I think we're wasting your time. Oh no, the man replied. I said we would make an even trade. I meant it. Your apartment suits me perfectly. Come in and see my face. My place, I'm sorry. Hesitantly, the pastor followed the man through an iron gate into a beautiful yard with large trees. Trees! He gasped as his eyes scanned the beautiful grounds. He thought he must be dreaming, for there in the corner of the yard stood a sandbox. Come, let me show you the inside. A house with a yard with trees and a sandbox? A little boy's voice seemed to echo through every room of the house. And you thought I couldn't handle a small boy's prayers? Another voice seemed to whisper. What do you think of the place? The man inquired. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. The man, are you sure you want to make an even trade? It doesn't seem very even to me. My apartment is really quite meager and plain compared to this place. Your apartment suits me perfectly, and I am pleased to have someone of your caliber in my place here in the city. Isn't a special permit required to live in this section of town? The pastor asked. Yes, you're right. A permit is required. However, I will arrange all the paperwork. I don't need to concern yourself with that aspect. As soon as I have it done, I will contact you. As they shook hands, the pastor still could not believe what he had just seen and heard. A house with a yard, with trees, and a sandbox. It was too good to be true. Why had he ever doubted that Jesus could answer a small boy's prayer? Heinz was ecstatic. He did it! He did it! He did it! Jesus did answer my prayers. I knew he would. Why were the grown-ups so worried about finding a house? Jesus could handle anything. After the pastor and his family had resided in the house for 2 months, a loud knock at the door revealed two government officials. Do you have a permit to live in this house? One of them brusquely asked. Yes, I do, the pastor answered. Show us the permit, they demanded. After the pastor produced the required document, the officials stepped to one side of the porch. As they inspected the permit, they talked excitedly to each other. After what seemed like an eternity, they returned to where the pastor stood waiting. You should never have received this permit, but since you have it, you may as well stay. And they left as abruptly as they had come. The pastor sighed with relief and gathered his family for a thank you prayer. Apparently, the owner wanted to transfer hastily for political reasons and had arranged all the necessary paperwork through his contacts. God, who knows the future, bent down to listen to a 5-year-old boy who wanted a yard with trees and a sandbox. The pastor and his family lived in that house for 7 years. Isn't it a great story? God answers prayers, even the impossible prayer of that 5-year-old boy. For the parents, it was impossible, but the faith of the boy made the difference. Well, I hope you like the story. There are times in our lives when we pray for something, but it seems nothing happened or nothing happens. I think God is telling us that when we pray, we have to pray with faith. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I wish I could record this story and share it. Okay?
Oh, that's wonderful.
Okay, it's time for us to sleep. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.